guys, we're back with the headphones. That other mic, I recorded 2 videos with that mic, edited them, did a tester on the mic first, and it's still messed up. It's still messed up. That's crazy. Okay, so I want to go ahead and I want to talk about how you, let's be real, let's be honest. Like let's be real, let's be honest. You don't want that man back. You don't. You don't want that relationship back. You don't. I want you to write out all the things that you seen in that relationship that were just like no, that you really didn't like. I had to be honest with myself in a lot of connections that I had made, and I was just like, no, this was my person. No, I really like this person. Oh, no, 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 no. But it was really the idea. But going beyond that, it was only when they were running away, the only when they left, that I wanted the relationship. Because in the midst of it, I was kind of noticing things as to like why this probably wouldn't work, why this shouldn't be something that I should like pursue, why, okay, I dabbled in it and this is just not the person. But because now it was something that made them, they don't want to talk to me. We're kind of ending, it's kind of dwindling. The attachment, the abandonment wound started to come out. And now I believe that I want this thing. I want this relationship. I want this person. But it's really just the chase that you want. You want the idea of being able to go after something and getting it because you probably had to chase and you probably have the parent wound, the father wound, the mother wound, or whichever parent that abandoned you. So you feel like you have to go after this thing, this person. And so once you go after this person and you get this person, yay, you will be healed. So you're really not going after this person because this person has already set the foundation that like you really aren't into this person. You really don't want to be in this relationship. This relationship probably is not in your best interest. But it wasn't until that they were removed from your life or they started to, dwindle off that you felt this urge, this need to go and get it because you felt that you wanted to chase it. You felt like it meant that if you did not have this thing, you were unworthy, you were undeserving, that it meant that you can't keep something, that something must be wrong with you, and you internalized it as that. So now you are going after this thing and chasing it. Write down all the reasons why you don't want that relationship, why it's probably not good, and why it probably is ending in the first place, or why that person was no good for you. And then think about the emotions that come up when you think about this person and you think about the relationship and everything that transpired. You probably will start feeling these emotions where you write down like, oh, they actually did XYZ. And all of that one time they really weren't considerate. And this is not to go ahead and be nitpicky with everything because sometimes we do nitpick on everything because we get on social media and we have this like fictionalized version of everybody is supposed to be perfect. But there are some major red flags that people are not willing to change or evolve from. Maybe they do need to, come into terms with these red flags. Maybe you are meant to bring some of these things out. And then from that, if they are trying to actively change, then that is something that you could stay into. But if you acknowledge and you bring this to their attention, they're not actively trying to change these things. And this is the thing, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not. Change doesn't happen overnight. So if they're putting in the work to change, then that is something that you can show grace for red flags, because everybody has red flags. Everybody has things that is like, I don't really kind of like that you do that. Even if you have a secure attachment style, there are still some things, there are still some wounds that maybe, you ain't got it all the way, but overall you are very secure. You are very knowing and sure of yourself, so that way you don't have to attach to people or things. But the main reason that you are chasing is not because you really want that ideal relationship. And even if you're out here and you're looking at the SP videos, because we love a good SP, manifest your specific person. But I want you to get to the root of why you think you want them. I'm always for the think deeper than the surface level, because what appears on the surface level probably is not the true root of things. And I want people to understand that we have to get past this is just the way I am and this is just the way I feel, and go deeper to like, why did this come up in the first place? Something had to happen in order for me to even understand or even process things this way. So something, I had to be aware of something. I had to be exposed to something for me to feel this way. For me to know something. Is just like the child. If you tell a kid that something's hot, a kid is not processing hot or cold because they don't know what is hot or cold. So in those early stages, they can go and touch the stove because they don't understand what it means to be hot. And it's only until they actually touch something hot that they recognize this is what the meaning of hot means. But if you just tell a kid, don't touch that because it's hot, and then you get mad at the kid because the kid go and touch the thing because it's hot, it's like they didn't understand that was hot. You understood that was hot. They didn't understand that was hot. You're like, hot. It's hot. You can't touch that. But it wasn't until they actually felt and saw and understood that it was hot. So now they internalize this stove hot when you get up there, but then they start to use other things. So, okay, if it's red means hot. So then they will start internalizing other things. So things that are red, they will probably associate it with hot. And going further into that. So I just want us to really pay attention to the emotions that we feel when we are connecting with these people, and when people run away, when we are so adamant about chasing and getting that one specific person. For one, if they are meant to be, and I want us to like really get this through our heads and like really focus on this and do this and have this mantra repeatedly. If it is meant to be, it will find its way to me always. So if something leaves you, it will always find its way back to you. And I remember I used to say this in high school. This is before I was really into, esoteric and even understanding spirituality and stuff like that. I was still searching for God in all of the wrong places. But I would see, and I did this when I would see like guys. And like if I seen a guy, and I remember this one like very, very, very specific time, and it was like a group of like fine, sexy men that walked in the gas station, and I was just like, woo! Me and my friends, we was like, where? Ain't no way y'all from around here. Like, we have never seen y'all. We have been at this school since 7th grade. We're like juniors in high school now. We have been at this school, and we have never seen you men anywhere. Like, they was the most like finest men ever. And this one guy, and I was just like looking at him just like in awe, and he looked at me and I looked at him. And right in that moment where our emotions start to come up, we start to go into our fantasy land. We start to go and be like, wait a minute. I want him. He's my husband. Thinking of all the kids' name and thinking of where y'all could go and all the things, like all of that stuff before I got to that stage, because my mind naturally wanted to go there. And it's okay to be imaginative. It's okay to dream. But my mind wanted to take it there, and it was going to get shot down, right? Because the likelihood I may never have seen that guy ever again, and I didn't. And so right then, before I got all into my emotions, where I got disappointed if I'd never seen him, and I started to want and crave this person off of their looks, off of what I thought that it could be based off of me seeing this person for a second, I realized, wait a minute, if it is meant to be, we will see each other again. And I said that. And as I said that, I felt all of the emotions, and I did the quick little daydreaming, and I released it back into the universe. And me releasing it back into the universe gave the universe the pleasure of creating whatever scenario it wanted to bring to me. So if that person was meant to come back to me, some shape, some form, some way, that person would come back to me. And I never seen that person again. And I didn't dwell on it. So I want you to understand that you're dwelling into this chasing of a person, this wanting this person, this needing this person is off of the fact that you feel like without this person, it confirms to you that you're unworthy, you're undesirable. And what you are actually chasing is the need to be desired. You are chasing the idea, you are chasing the thought that I don't want to actually admit that this is true, because for me, this feels true. This feels like it is true. If you leave me, that means that there is something wrong with me. So you are going after what it is that you are chasing, something outside of you. You are going to that thing that confirms that I am desirable, which is that person, because you're going back into the emotions of when you felt desired, when you felt wanted, when you had this person, you may felt wanted, every now and again. There was sometimes when I was in a past relationship, overall in the relationship, I never felt wanted and desired because it was a lot of like toxicity and just like cheating in the relationship. So I never really felt wanted and desired. But in that state, because I knew I had somebody, I was like, it doesn't matter that this person isn't making me feel desired or wanted. If I have the absence of it, then I truly basically am sitting in the fact that I'm really not wanted or desired. And so I chased that relationship after it ended because I needed it to confirm to me that I was desirable instead of looking inside myself and feeling that and knowing that. So that's what I want you to do. I want you to actually stand in the emotions that you are feeling and don't try to escape, because what you're doing is trying to escape the emotion of I am not desired. I feel uncomfortable in this. I feel like I'm unworthy, and you're trying to escape it by going and chasing. So allow it to go away. Allow that person to leave, and to know that if it is meant to be, it will always find you. But beyond that, you need to go deeper into yourself to heal the actual wound and to sit in the emotion and to understand that that is not fact. You are desirable. For one, you got to be desirable because the person came to you. So let's just go there. The person came to you. You were in the relationship. The person came to you. You are desirable. You are just not in the frequency of that being. Whether it's your frequency is low or your frequency is high, it's all you. So change your perspective. Learn how to let go and release, but to first feel and acknowledge and know yourself better than anybody else knows you. So that way, when you feel these emotions, you can say, okay, I am reacting off of this validation that I need, this thought that is not true, that is not fact. So as I allow it to come up, I see it, I recognize it. I recognize that I have this feeling of I'm unworthy, I'm not desirable, I'm not loved. And don't confirm that as fact. Take that and show yourself ways of how you are, whether that is like, actually, I had to be desirable in some type of way if that person came to me. So there you go. You have a great day, and I will see y'all in the next video. All right, bye guys.